Play outward. I've just woken up and I've had the weirdest dream. I always have weird dreams. Yeah, the dream involved a handheld high-powered rocket. It played out at a garden barbecue. There were some of my Swiss cousins there and Weird Al Yankovic. Really weird dream. I had a few dreams actually. If you wake up straight after your dream or dreams and you really give it a good think, you can remember your dreams. If you just stop caring about remembering your dreams and you just want to sleep on, then you'll probably forget everything. The dream I had before that was just a simple dream about waking up and feeling like it's 4 in the morning, looking at the clock and it's actually 8 in the morning. So, but I'm a really bad sleeper, and that's just my life. So, I had another dream before that, which was like it was like being trapped in a Matrix-like mind torture hellscape. Or at least that's what I've got written down here. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like hazy, underwater. Everything is in sepia tone, and everything is blurring in and out of one another. Trying to escape. Actually, sometimes when I'm dreaming in some other person's perspective. Like I'm looking at a world where some other person's experiencing the world itself. It's like looking at a movie sometimes. I very often star in my own dreams, and if I do, I'm looking at the world through a first person's perspective. I don't have dreams where I'm ever looking at myself experiencing something. If I ever did, it would probably freak me the hell out. But yeah. My mind loves playing tricks on me. I never have normal dreams. I always have the weirdest dreams ever. Anyway, getting back on track. I'm actually doing a let's play here, aren't I? Select character. One player. So we've got 3 characters here. Hermes I've been playing around with. That's my, just chill, take everything at my own pace, which is even slower than the pace I'm doing this let's play in, if you can imagine it. Yeah, so he's just my off-camera playthrough character. I'm planning to go with the Rissa route on Hermes, and I'm planning to give him magic. Gonzalez was my speedrun character. We were just sped round to Blister Burrow. I think it only took us half an hour to get there. Half an hour to get the 170 silver. I think there's a video on YouTube that does it in 4 minutes, but I don't know how you do that. Anyway, let's continue. We were going to explore Monsoon. Into the loading screen we go. Wait a minute. I can't see anything. I'm not wearing my glasses. What the hell? Okay, I need a cup of coffee. Aha. Here they are. Blocking prevents all damage from... Oh shit. Okay, quick slotting your items, weapons and skills is the best way to use them quickly. However, we've only given you 8 slots. You only deserve 8 slots. And apparently food rots. Good to know. Yeah, that's a good tip actually. I've incorporated much of my food into dishes, and they're lying back in CRZO. Actually, I don't have... I said last time I was going to explore this place for like an hour to figure out where the hell everything was, but really it was just overwhelming at first. I just had to discover like a handful of little landmarks to really figure things out. And now you kind of know everything. Are they still there, my map markers? Cool. I've marked some important locations on the map. Some hidden stashes and some treasures and secrets and stuff. Actually, if you look at this map, I think all of the markers I've put down are just hidden lootable stashes. So I'm just going to leave the screen open for a minute. Yeah, like, if you just go to these places, that's where all the stashes are. All the treasures. There's probably more that I haven't found, but these are some, you know, easy to find locations. So yeah, last time I explored a little bit around here, but I was also mindful of the fact that we don't have an infinite amount of food and water on us, so yeah, also I was running out on my... I had this old lantern turned on the whole time I was exploring, and it's almost died on us, so... Yeah, and wanting to explore the game during the daytime, you have to sleep at bedrolls and let the time pass. You end up using a lot of resources just because sleeping in bedrolls, you don't wake up. Sleeping in your own bed kind of fulfills all of your needs, but sleeping in a bedroll can leave you waking up thirsty at least, possibly also hungry. Food hasn't been as much of an issue as drink has been though. So there's a central building. Actually, I think I'm just going to run back to the gate and start off from there. Okay, there it is. Don't you hate it when you gotta sneeze and take, you know, it doesn't, you don't just sneeze, you just feel like you have to sneeze. Okay, so I'm probably gonna wish I'm on my other character, because the time I'm taking with him means I've got like 50 food dishes in his stash right now, and I've mined a bunch of rocks that are worth a lot of gold for selling, and yeah, I think their resources are already doing better than our resources just because I'm taking a lot of time working on it. But I'm learning a lot about the you know, which items are useful, what we can do with this and that. Teas. I've gotten into teas with my other character. A quick story. What happened on my other character? We really do look like Elon Musk. We're on Mars. Elon finally made it, and we're exploring around. Actually, it's not how we thought it was. It has inhabitants. It's got plant life. It's a curious place. Anyway, getting distracted. On my ults, I was fighting the hyenas, and I got a disease from them. You know, something like rabies or I don't know, just an infection from being bitten by them. And it started off as a yellow icon on the bottom left, like every minute lose 3% health, and I figure, okay, from what the characters have told me, and apparently we're hungry again, I'm just gonna jump down on some food. Travel rations, just whatever. That takes away my hunger, sure. I figured the advice I'd had earlier was get a lot of sleep, make sure you're well fed and watered. So I made sure to keep an eye on my needs, and I kept feeding myself properly, drinking properly, and sleeping just whenever I needed to, but usually it was playing through the day and then sleeping through the night, as you do. A few days later, the icon went from yellow to red, and then all of a sudden it says, well, it also had a stamina use, a health recovery, it was a food recovery detriment. So when you eat, you recover a certain amount of food, It said recover 15% less food from eating. And then it went from yellow to red, the icon. And then it said lose 7% health per minute and recover 25% less from eating food. And I was thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do now? What they said works, didn't work, it made it worse. So trying to sleep off the disease kind of made it fester, and it was really, you know, just incubating, and we'd activated it properly somehow. So at that point, I remembered they said you could use teas to cure it. So with the main vendor in Cierzo, you can just purchase a couple of different teas, and the tea's description themselves say what they do. I might head back next episode or a few episodes from now and purchase some tea blueprints and start making teas, because they're not difficult to make. They cost clear water, you know, clean water, and one other ingredient. Often it's a bug or seaweed or something. It's just like one easy other material, so pretty simple to get. Anyway, getting on topic, what we're actually trying to do here is explore Monsoon. So it's still early, luckily. I'm giving the sun a minute to get up into the heavens. So from the gate onward, you know, you have this right area here. This is nothing on the map. This is really just kind of clutter. And this thing here, this is the pier. And like, I don't know if there's a reason to be here. I've played around with cliffs and cliff edges and stuff, and it seems that mostly there's hidden walls, elevation, or when you're on a cliff edge next to water, because the game will make sure that you can never fall into water, because, you know, they don't have like an animation for you swimming, and, you know, you just can't swim yet, or at all. I don't know, I'm still early game. So there's that, but climbing the mountain in the middle, you know, in the Chersonese mountain of mana, to go and get magic on my other character. I didn't manage to get magic yet. It's not that simple as climbing the mountain. You have to go through some kind of a dungeon inside the mountain instead. Oh shit, there's a traffic jam. What are you guys up to? Oh no. Well, I'll just leave you there, I swear, because I won't run into this world town. Well, I'm talking about other things and getting ready to explore town. So, yeah. On the left, everything here, this is all those weird kind of houses. This is like the residential area. Here features one prominent building, which is the town hall, the city hall. This middle area, okay, the side area, here's a couple of houses. They actually show up nicely, they show up well on the map, exactly where the houses are here. Oliel's sitting next to the ounce, the melon farmer. I haven't been there yet, I haven't talked to them. Don't know what's in that house. There's a housing area here. I mean, not a housing area, but like, there's some kind of a traders guild thing here, and there are many entrances and exit doors lined all around the building. It's very confusing. There's archways, lit archways, and you can kind of, I think you can almost see the exit gates when you're standing on this little stone platform. You can see the temple behind you, and possibly you can see the gates to exit. There's a little theater here, where there's some kind of praetor who's telling the people stories and shit. Here's a really cool place you can train stuff. And there's the inn we saw last time when I got all confused about this place. So here's Ollie, we've already talked to her. I've not been in any of these buildings yet. I haven't picked up anything or interacted with any people. This says enter the Merchant's Promenade. and every time I see an interactable door, that one you can't go in. Here you can go in. There's a lot of weird fluorescent light. There's a lot of neon lights lining the buildings here. I'm guessing it's powered with holy magic or something. Here, this door also says enter the Merchant's Promenade. There's other doors around the side of this building here, Merchant's Promenade. We're now at the center, heading upwards of the map, looking at the center left building here. Also another door here saying enter the Merchant's Promenade. We can see the residential area to our left. The town hall is over there, that building. The temple is in front of us, if we can get the hell off here. There's the town hall. Here's this roundish platform that was also shown up on the map. We haven't talked to this person yet. There's a bunch of heads, statues here. I thought there was more. Was there one on here? No? Because they're working on it. Maybe there's some head statues. Here's the temple. The training grounds. There's a lot of dead ends and pointless areas you can traverse. Like that. I've mentioned it in the previous episode, but like this game doesn't properly reward you for exploration, really. There's a lot of areas you can just go, and they're there, and they're kind of, you know, you can walk on it, you can traverse it, but there's no real meaning for it. I guess it has some level of realism. I mean, if you compare it to real life, like, how many fancy buildings have you been into that had all kinds of side areas that had absolutely no point to them? Come to think of it, there's probably not many. Probably museums, town halls, some universities or something. It's probably like an artistic Japanese garden or something on the side, or some statues or whatever. Yeah, I don't think there's much pointless side areas actually, come to think of it in real life. Well, yeah, we can walk all the way down there, and there's like, no reason to do so. Just gonna keep on exploring. Oh, there's a catapult next to a ribcage in the water. No idea why, but it's there. So we can walk around here. We can walk through here, but we almost get stuck because it's a little bit of a squeeze to walk through here. You can get around to the side here. Only just. You can squeeze through here, and then you can get up this ramp. But honestly, this ramp leads to another pointless side area. You can go here. If you could gather water from that source, it wouldn't be completely pointless. But I don't know how to get up there, so I think it is pointless. We cannot get back to the temple this way because there's like no way to get up here. It's just a dead end. And I'll mention there's nothing in that dead end either, so I guess I shouldn't complain because there is a ramp here, so if you do come all this way and you want to come up here, at least you will be reaching your destination. So here's the place with all the trainers. And I've got to watch out with my stamina use. It's so easy to just keep sprinting everywhere you go and not even worry about it. But the lower stamina you get, the quicker your max stamina kind of depletes. Here's an Alamon. Don't know what they have to tell us yet. Let's interact with them. Probably weapon trainers or skill trainers or something. I think there's classes and skill trees and such. I haven't gotten into that at all yet. But this is a normal way you climb up. So going over there to that building is pointless. Going around this building, also pointless. This area, pointless, I believe. It's just, a lot of the game is visual more than interactive. It's just visual design. Yeah, so that's your training area. This confusing looking archway building in its entirety is the promenade that you can get into. This is Did I mention it last time that I'm probably going to spend 2 or 3 episodes just trying to walk around this place, interact with people? Now I'm just getting my bearings here, showing off the access to different places, so we can get in this door. You know, like the non-interactable doors look almost the same as the interactable ones, but you kind of know which ones you can when there's a building attached to it in the mini map here. I mean, it's not a mini map; it's more of a just map. So here's the Fang and Claw Inn. I'm gonna go ahead and run around picking up stashes and talking to the people who are outside. Because, yeah, I'm not gonna have any time to go to inside the buildings this episode. So here's one of the stashes I've marked on my map. The green one here is everywhere around here. And it's just an interpretation of the map because, yeah. This game, I don't know, would it hurt to give you a marker for yourself? I mean, okay, whenever you're interpreting a map in real life, one of the hardest parts is to know where your location on that map is. And knowing where your exact location on that map is, okay, that's only step 1 of the 2-step program. Step 1, figure out where you are, and then step 2, figure out where everything else on this map is in relation to you, and then try and scan with your eyes the scenery around you and try and figure out which way is which. So yeah, this game does none of those. We just get a map and our own dumb selves to figure things out. Open jump, and there is junk in this jump. Great. I wouldn't mind having food. This reduces the mana cost of spells. Awesome. I don't know if we'll get into spells at all. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm kind of overweight. That's an issue. Shit. You know what? I'll just stash everything in the backpack, and if we end up getting really overweight, I'm gonna just run around without my backpack for a minute. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna get a house here. Do not know. You know what? I can actually choose kind of a central area where I'm not gonna forget about it. Put down the backpack, and I'm going to. Oh shit! I forgot one step. I'm gonna put some things in the backpack. You. Move to backpack. Move you to the backpack also. I'll take out my water skins. Move to pocket, move to pocket. And a couple of food items. You move to pocket. What does explore stack mean? Oh, look at that. We're learning new things about the game. Well, about the durability loss and the food health, the food rotting, I have noticed that it works in a system, I guess a system that is much used in other games already, where the most expired item will show its expiry in your inventory. And whenever you use an item, you're always using the most expired item first, or the most broken item first, which makes sense, because once it has fully expired, it'll be useless. I don't know what happens when food fully expires. I've never seen it happen. I've always used it before it did happen. We have bread. Just noticing we've got some jam here, but no bread. Oh well. Anyway, getting distracted. This is good. This is cool. I like this exploring stack. That is cool. And I can actually choose to use whichever one of these I want. And I actually have a menu here as well. I can move to pack the least expired, or I can assign an individual to quick slot. I don't think that works. I think if I assign this to quick slot, I would consume the most expired one anyway. That is cool. That's actually a very deep system. didn't expect to see that. You know what, I'll just move the whole stack. Move the pocket. Here we go. Whole thing, yeah. And that should be good. That should be okay. And now I'm gonna drop the backpack over here. And now we can explore without being overpowered. And whenever I find items, I'm gonna have to go through the motions of putting on the backpack, putting the items on the backpack, dropping it again. But you know, at least we got an option to not be running around slow. Here's a bunch of items: a gravel beetle, bullets, hardens one's body from impacts. Okay, cool. Take everything. We can only carry 10 pounds of weight, so about up to 15 before we're really going to start moving slowly. We've equipped our lantern and arrows, weapon, most other things. 1 second now. Pattern worker attire. It's just about as healthy as our other clothes. I could put it on and see if it looks nicer. Yeah, it looks more colorful, but I don't necessarily think it looks nicer than our other gear, so I'm just gonna put that back on. Yeah, in the Sierzo storehouse you seem to find one decent armor, and on my other character it was the chest armor, and for this one it was the hat. So my Hermes had the padded clothes, or like padded armor. I don't know what they call it, but it was the chest armor that he got from it. This guy got the padded helm, which is not ideal. You know, I think in every game the chest armor gives you the most defense you'll get out of an armor set. So I was lucky with Hermes. I was kind of unlucky with this character. It might be, I don't know. A lot of the loot in this game are completely randomized, so it's hard to say, hey, here's where you find one of these, and here's where you find one of those. Like, I found a fishing trident conveniently in one of these what's it called, junk piles on the pier on Hermes. Tattered hood. That's for deconstruction. So, yeah, I found a fishing harpoon on the pier, which is very convenient, almost convenient enough for you to believe that it was designed that way. And I figured, well, yeah, it's probably always going to be here. Then I check on this character, and it's not. So pretty much all the stashes and I guess most of the stashes and treasure chests so far are completely random loot. It's probably like Skyrim, you know, where a lot of it is random, but there's like very important quest items and certain specific items that will be like always in whatever you're looting. Well, you know, specific loot situations will be fixed, but everything else will be random. Hello, sir. Fine weather we're having today, isn't it? Am I getting in your way? We're running late on the time. I haven't talked with anyone. I visited a couple of stashes. We got that one, I think. This one? Yeah. Most of the stashes I showed off. Getting a bit rambly and a bit distracted here, but we're gonna get back on track next episode. I swear, we will. Just wait and see. So, yeah, next episode I'm gonna go in all these buildings and talk with all the people, and also get that quest done. So, yeah. Now it's just a bit of a waking up, distracted, rambly mess. But we learned something about stack health and item degradation and shit. Yeah, take care. See you next time.